Jeremy.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good, Jeremy. How are you today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing good. Thank you. So, how's your day so far?
It's Friday, man. I can't complain, right?
Wonderful. So, Jeremy, your new album, The Only Animal Is on Works. So, would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
The new album that's being released. Yeah. The songwriting, a lot of it was done over quarantine. Obviously, we were kind of stuck not being able to play shows and not go to shows and stuff like that. So we kind of just held up uh, a for about 6-7 months, and got the tracks down and started working on lyrics and all that. So it was a up, so to test of kind of confined our own devices. So that's a lot where it came from, and that's kind of how it was born.
Wonderful, wonderful. And was there any particular concept or theme that was focused on this album?
Yeah, I'll let my singer Jason, who is also on, discuss that. He's the vocalist front man, and he kind of had a overall concept for the record. It kind of started out as a concept and kind of became a not really a concept album, but more of a kind of a personal outlet. So I'll let Jason talk to that.
Yeah. So yeah, I just was having problems with my phone getting in. So sorry, I'm late to the party, boys. So
no worries.
So hey, what was the question?
It's about the concept of this upcoming album.
Really, it's not like a narrative or anything, but like the overall theme of it really has to do with, good God, if I could get my life together. All right, we good? All right, sorry about that.
Stay in one place.
So yeah, the overall concept is really like a reflection of my mental health and me working through really just a pit that I've been in for years and years and years, and slowly have been trying to dig myself out of, and then turned around and looked back down into it, and over the course of the pandemic and everything, it dawned on me that you take people with maybe good mental health and cage them up, and especially poor mental health and cage them up. That's going to be not good. So being able to put this out there and kind of shine a light on what I've been through and show some of the places I've been. I don't know. I think that maybe somebody might hear it and see that, you can walk through that and come out on the other side and be okay. I hope that it's helpful. It's a dark record. It's a really dark record, but I don't want it to feel like a hopeless record. I hope it doesn't feel like a hopeless record.
Fantastic. And earlier this year, you guys put up the music video for Dead by Spring, a great video, an amazing song. Would you like to tell me a bit about the song and the making of this video?
The video was done by a friend of mine back in Pennsylvania, Don Johnson. He runs a film production company called Spruce Films. Kind of reached out to him and kind of had an idea about trying to do like a 3-part, almost kind of mini series type of concept. So there's going to be a couple more videos that are being released, but The kind of the concept was for this first video was a young lady, obviously, going through some of her own things, and it's an unfolding story as things kind of progress. That will hopefully be told in the next couple of the 2 installments after the fact. So, "Dead by Spring," I'll let Jason talk about the lyrics, but the video concept was just kind of kind of an introduction to this woman as kind of a main character,
Mm.
and then it'll be built upon with the next installments as they kind of move forward. And I think Jason can kind of talk about the lyrics for "Dead by Spring."
Yeah, and the lyrics for it, they're pretty straightforward. You know, when the whole pandemic kicked off, obviously all the artists got thrown into their respective caves and locked down and started writing their angsty pandemic songs, and I guess this is ours. But it's really, you know, me looking at it instead of being at war with, our neighbor. We should have been looking out for each other, and we didn't do that. We didn't do that at all. We did the exact opposite of what we're programmed to do as an animal, and that's survive, man. We didn't try to get through this together. We lashed out at each other. Everything we did was counterproductive. Every single thing we did was try to lay blame on somebody else. Instead of banding together, we tore each other apart, which is fucking bullshit. We need to do better as a fucking species, period. And that's what this song's about.
Fantastic. Great, great. And a couple of weeks back, you put up another single for Patron Saints of Red. So what exactly is this song is all about, and is there some kind of story behind it?
Yeah, Patron Saint of Rats is that's really a self-reflection on myself in the throes of my mental illness over the years, and how I reacted to a lot of the situations in the relationship with my wife. A few years back, she was diagnosed with MS. I didn't handle it well. I was not a good partner. I was not there for her in the way that I think I should have been. A lot of the way that, like, I acted more like something was happening to me, as opposed to being there to help her out. Um, uh, and I just wasn't a good person. And looking back on it and realizing those faults, it was a lot to digest. It was a lot to accept. Um, so it's kind of me trying to atone for that. It's me accepting that, and me trying to move forward and not make those mistakes again.
And guys, have any plans to come up with another single before the end of this year?
I don't know
Yeah,
about before the end of this year.
January.
Yeah, probably January. Maybe mid to late January sometime. We just released Rats the end of October, so we're trying to get that out to as many ears as we can. And we've been going at about a 2 to 3 month cycle on the singles for the albums. So probably January is going to put us right at about that time frame. So yeah, we should hopefully have some. The next single, I believe, is going to be Suicide Eaters, and that should be out, in January sometime. So keep an eye open for that one.
Fantastic. And any plans for the release date of the album?
I think what we're gonna do. The album as a whole will probably be out probably spring next year. What we're trying to do is kind of maximize our investment and release singles off of it and then release it as a whole. There'll be 3 additional tracks that aren't singles that'll be released with the album. That, you know, the album itself, as Jason kind of said, you know, we kind of started to think about a concept for it, and then that kind of fell not apart, but just kind of by the wayside. And what we've done when we recorded these songs and added some additional instrumentation was we've kind of made it a total kind of thought, you know, from start to finish. And there's some interludes and intermissions in between some of the tracks. So as a whole, it should probably be out, you know, sometime in the spring of next year. Yeah.
And how is the touring looks for you guys this year and early 2023?
You know, things have picked up here. You know, we've been playing a lot more shows, regionally and obviously locally here in Virginia. You know, we're starting to look into opportunities and things like that for 2023. So hopefully there'll be a lot more shows and you know, some festival dates and some other things that we can't just talk about yet. But you know, good things on the horizon. I mean, I think one thing about us is, you know, we kind of pride ourselves on being a good live band and putting on a good live show. So I think you know, all the blood, sweat, and tears that we put into wood shedding songs and writing songs and being in the studio and doing everything else that goes along with, you know, the 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour that we get to be on stage. It kind of, you know, that's the end result, and that's kind of the prize. So yeah, hopefully have a lot more shows and you know, be getting out there and playing all over the place in 2023. So
Fantastic. And the band evolved back in 2018, and with your first single in 2019 and an album in 2021 and another album in works with the releases of single. So how has the musical journey been for you guys so far?
Man,
how's it been?
for you, it's gotta be wild because you've been doing this since what, 2012, 2013, 14 with Mikey.
Yeah.
And
Me and the drummer have been together for a while. I think it'll be almost 10 years next year. We've been kind of putting around and jamming. So Jason kind of came on board about 4 years ago. And yeah, I mean, it's been good. We've been making forward progress. I mean, obviously the pandemic and all that stuff kind of put a lockdown on playing live shows, but we think we got a pretty good album out of it. That was definitely a positive. And we've already started writing the next album. So we haven't even finished releasing this. But we started writing the next.
For me, it's absolutely been one of the most challenging and rewarding musical projects I've ever been a part of. So, like, it's been wild. It has been a very, very wild 4 years. And we just keep pushing each other and keep pushing that bar. And I don't see it stopping. Like we're just as hungry as we were the day that I showed up to jam with these guys. Yeah. So yeah, I hope everybody likes what we got going on now, and don't get comfortable because we're just gonna change shit again.
Awesome. And would you guys like to share some of the highlight moments of the band?
Oh God, the couple weeks ago was a highlight. We got my first pedicure. Got my first pedicure. We had punk rock pedicures with the whole band. We went and did a weekend in Richmond. Played Friday night and Saturday night. Woke up on Friday and Jeremy said his feet hurt, and might have said he thought we would play better if we went and got pedicures or some shit. And he was like, I'll pay. And I was like, fuck it, I'm in. And we went and got pedicures, and it changed my life. I get pedicures now. I got my toes painted. It's wonderful. I'm going to keep doing it forever. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man. Yeah, it was kind of we had a little bit of downtime on Saturday, and some of these guys had never went and did that. So and there was a nail salon pedicure spa place right next to our hotel, so I figured why not kill some time. And we had a photographer with us, so it made for some good media, some press shots, some shots. So that was kind of fun. Um, as far as highlights go, I mean, the fact that we're, kind of still doing this, and still together, I think is a highlight. I think all four of us, really kind of care about what we're doing, and we all put our all into the project, and it's hard to find guys that you can jam with that want to do similar things. It's really hard to find guys that you want to hang out with, that you're friends with, and kind of combine that. And being able to kind of coordinate between everyone's schedules. Everyone's busy, everyone works, people have families, people have children, you know what I mean? So it's a labor of love for us for sure. And I'm just, I'm proud that we found four guys that really want to do it, and we have fun doing it. And as Jason said, we're kind of raising the bar and trying to push ourselves with everything that we do, and constantly trying to step our game up. So we've had some pretty good opportunities in this band, play with some other bands that we look up to, or kind of somewhat admire or dig what they do. And some of the highlights is we made some really good friends out of it with some other bands, in the local regional scene as well. So those are friendships that probably will last a long time, and getting out there and being able to hear people and hear what they're doing and hear new music and meet new people and go new places and all that stuff. So it's all part of it. So those are some of the highlights that I see.
Interesting. And coming to the music, you guys have been making mind-blowing songs, great songwriting skills, great musicianship, the power, the high energy, everything is so awesome in these songs. And I really enjoyed each and every song that I've listened to, guys, so far. So fantastic. And thank you so much for the work. So how
Thank
did you feel about all this outcome of the music?
Oh, I'm just so glad to have it out. And so glad to have that amount of emotion out of my body, and have it out and be ready to move on to the next. You know, when we get done writing something and it's finished, it's like finally, when you've been working on a task for so long, and you've got a job to do, and then it's finally done. That sense of completion is the biggest thing to me. That sense of accomplishment. Um, it's good. I'm just always thrilled to have something done and in the bag, and ready to get working on the next thing.
Fantastic. And what are the plans to take the band to the other side of the world?
That would be great. I mean, I how feasible it is for us right now in this point in our career, but if we ever got the opportunity and it made sense, I think I think we'd jump all over it. It would be amazing.
100%. Would love to
Get out and see some, get to see other parts of the world and meet other people, and if we could do that playing music, man, I mean, I'm all in.
Okay. And what would be the biggest dream for the band and the future focus for the band?
Biggest dream. I can only speak for myself. I mean, I don't have any kind of delusions of grandeur of getting signed to some sort of record label, and we get rich off this. I mean, this just doesn't happen. Bands like us don't make headway without putting in the work, and doing the touring, and writing good music, right? For me, I think if we can continue on the path that we're on, and really continue to up our game from a musicianship standpoint, and live performance standpoint. It's always kind of cool when you talk to somebody and you say, "Hey, I'm in a band," and they're like, "What band are you in?" And you say, "I'm in the New Mutiny," and they're like, "Oh, I've heard you guys," or "Yeah, I saw you guys here with these guys. You guys rip," or whatever it is. I think if if we can continue to do that and make a name for ourselves, and if our music touches people and helps people, as Jason said, I think that's kind of the payment off. That's the payoff on it. If somebody can take something that we've done and that provides some sort of positive point in their life or positive experience, or it gets them into doing something, or whatever it is. I think that's kind of the end goal for me. I mean, I would obviously love to make, I'd love to be rich. I'd love to get rich off this and not have to work a day job and just have to sit around and play guitar. That would be amazing. I just, I know that's not going to happen. But you never know, you could hit the lottery someday and there you go. But, I think we're all having fun doing it now. And I think when it stops being fun, that's probably when we'll stop doing it. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. We're becoming a well-oiled machine, and it's a fun thing to be a part of.
As far as like dreams, like I think short term, I'm living it. I get to make all of the music that I want to with all of the friends that want to make the same type of music that I want. And we collaborate and we come up with an end product that I'm in love with. So like, to me, that as an artist, like that's the dream. I'd like it to be more sustainable. I'd like to not have a job, and I'd like it to be my job. Just pay the bills. Tour, have a solid fan base to where I could sustain my art. I don't give a shit about being a rock star. I just would love to do this for a living, which I think is realistic. But as far as living the fucking dream, yeah, man, I'm doing it. I get to create, and I get to create with like-minded individuals, and we respect each other, and we love each other, and we respect and love the product that we create, and that's what it's about.
Awesome. And guys, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to the fans of the new Mutiny?
Buy more merch. No. Guys, first off, if you're a fan of the new Mutiny, thank you. Second, if you are listening to the new record and you are having problems and struggles in your life with mental health, please latch onto these lyrics. Please know you're not out there alone. Keep pushing. Come out to a show. Come get laced up with some merch. Come raise some hell. Blow off some steam. Let's get some fucking work done.
Yeah,
and buy merch.
Buy merch. Yeah. Echo his sentiments. Yeah, thank you. I mean, anybody that's listened to us and taking the time to give us a listen, thank you. Tell your friends, and yeah, come out to a show and come say hi. We'll be the guys that are by the merch table with the beards, or we'll be by the bar, or we'll be on the stage. In one of those three places, you'll find us. So come say hi. Would love to meet everybody, and keep rocking in the free world, man.
Awesome. And Jeremy and Jason, I want to thank you both for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you guys on this interview, and a real pleasure to listen to your amazing music that you have created so far. Great work from you guys, and thank you so much for everything that you do. And I wish you and the entire band all success in the coming days, and hope to see you guys on the road real soon.
Thank you.
Thanks. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.